Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is video number 2 of a 7 video series where I'll be assembling windmills from a little 4-footer all the way up to one that stands 3 stories high. This happens to be the 6-footer. I'll assemble them all completely from scratch, the same way you would if they showed up at your front door. I'll walk you through every step, share some tips along the way, and at the end of the video, if you don't have one already and you would like to add one to your landscaping, I will share where these come from and how you can do just that. So if you have a few minutes to stick around, let's get to building. All right, friends, we're ready to get started. Your windmill will show up in 2 separate boxes like this. The long skinny box holds all the legs and braces. The square box holds your fans, nuts, bolts, all the other parts you're gonna need. So I'm gonna open these 2 up, get everything sorted in a nice organized stack so we can do a parts check and make sure we have everything before we get started with the assembly. Taking the time to do this will assure that your assembly process is very quick and efficient. These things are super easy to put together. All right, so we should have 4 square leg pieces, 4 12-inch cross braces, 4 20-inch cross braces. Cross braces can be identified by the round holes on both ends. Then we have 8 22-inch X braces and 8 26-inch X braces, and the X braces can be identified by the slot on one end. Key difference. Then we have 2 step plates with 2 bends, 2 step plates with 1 bend, the tower top, J-hook anchors, fan tail, hubcap, fan. We have 32 1.5-inch bolts, 4 3/4-inch bolts, 4 1/2-inch bolts. They send along a few extras of every size just in case. 36 nuts, some detailed assembly instructions if needed, grease gun, the only tools you need for the entire process, 3/4-inch wrench, Phillips screwdriver, impact if you have one, 8mm end. If you don't have an impact, any open end wrench or socket wrench will do just fine. 8mm is that size as well. All right, it looks like we've got everything here, so let's get some things put together. Starting with the 4 square leg pieces, you want to find the ends that have these yellow nutserts in them. This will be the top of your windmill. So grab your tower top and line up a nutsert with the hole, fastening it with a 3/4-inch bolt. And these only go in about halfway for now. We're going to do that on all 4 holes. So we have 2 key points here. One, the reason these bolts only go in halfway for now is so we can get our base spread far enough so we can get all our cross braces in. And 2, everything on this tower is hand tight only until it's fully assembled. This helps us get everything nice and square before we tighten things down at the end. So if you look at these top layers of holes, you can see that one side is higher than the other. We're going to start with the high ones first. All right, so we're going to take a 1.5-inch bolt, a step plate with 2 bends. We're going to go through the step plate, grab a 20-inch X brace with a slot. Slot is always going to be hanging down, so we go through the circle of the X brace and through the windmill, attaching a nut on the back side. We're going to do the same thing on this hole and then the opposite side as well. And remember to always insert your bolt towards a windmill. That way your nuts are on the inside and out of the way. So we have 2 step plates on opposite sides. Next step is even easier. 20-inch X brace, slot is always hanging down, 1.5-inch bolt through the X brace, through the windmill, attaching a nut on the back side. Do the same thing on this hole and then the opposite side as well. If this is your first time assembling a windmill like this, you can expect to spend between 45 minutes to an hour for the entire process. So at this point, we should have 8 hanging X braces, 2 on each side. Now it's time for the first row of cross braces. So we're going to go 1.5-inch bolt through the hole of a 12-inch cross brace, through the hole of a 26-inch X brace, through the hanging X brace, and then through the windmill, attaching a nut on the back side. We're going to do the same thing on this hole and then the other 3 sides as well. So now it's time for the bottom row of cross braces. We're going to go 1.5-inch bolt through the 20-inch cross brace, through the X brace, and then through the windmill, attaching a nut on the back side. Same thing on this hole and then the other 3 sides as well. Now that all the braces are in place, let's head up top and finish the step plates. So to finish the step plates, we take a step plate with 1 bend, smallest bolt in the package, 1/2-inch bolt. We go through the slot of the step plate, through the step plate that's already there, attaching a nut on the bottom. Do the same thing on this hole and then the opposite side as well. Windmill fun fact. The Nordord windmill is the largest windmill in the world, measuring a whopping 109 feet, or 11 stories high. Located in Schiedam, Netherlands, it serves as both a historical museum and a restaurant. Pretty cool, right? It feels like we're moving along very quickly. At this point, I would love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below how things are going for you. Now it's time to get some things tightened down. First thing you want to do is get this tower top straight up and down. You can use a level if you need to. I'm just going to eyeball it, checking it from both directions. Once it looks good to me, grab your Phillips screwdriver and get these 4 screws nice and tightened up. You want to get these pretty snug. Now it's time to get everything else tightened up. So grab your impact, and the cool thing about aluminum is it acts as a self-locking nut. You don't need anything on the inside here to hold the nut. Hold it gently until it's up against the aluminum and it holds itself. Very quick and easy. You just go through and tighten up all the nuts that you see. If you're looking for a quick way to boost your backyard experience, these windmills are perfect. Elegant, durable, and very low maintenance, guaranteed to enhance any garden or lawn. The best part is, they come alive with just a gentle breeze. The tower is now complete. All we have left is the fan, which is very easy. To attach the fan tail to the axle, this insert will be facing down. So you want the Wingard tail decal to be facing up like that. Now before you set this on the tower, it's a good idea to add a little dab of grease to this pin for a little extra protection. This is just a one-time deal, and you don't have to add grease to the pin every year like you do this insert, which we'll get to next. So to attach the fan, you just remove this nut. And it's important the fan goes on the right way or the wind won't be able to turn it. So locate the sticker that says slide on. It's on the inside of the wheel there. And you want to be able to read that sticker as you're sliding it on. Another way to check it is to have the inside of these crease facing you. And then when attaching this nut, be careful not to get the nut too tight because the fan needs to be able to spin freely. Just get it on there. It only takes about a twist or two. Just like so. All right, don't go anywhere, we still have the J-hook anchors to attach, but this next step is what gives your windmill its long life. Adding grease to this insert here. Without grease, you'll need to replace the bearings every 5 years or so. With grease, you can avoid doing all that. If it's the first time, to add grease until you feel just a little bit of resistance, usually between 3 to 5 pumps. After that, it only takes about less than half a pump per year to keep it maintained. Once you got it filled up with the grease, this little black hubcap just slips over top like so. And a nice little fun fact, when you're removing this masking cover from the decals, once you get one off, you can use that one to get all the others off. Both front, back, and on the tail as well. I couldn't find any on this windmill, but if you happen to find any air bubbles in any of the decals, one little poke with a sharp object like a knife or a pin or something, you can just smooth it over with your thumb, it'll take care of it. All the way at the bottom of your windmill, you'll find some more holes. That's where the J-hook anchors go. These are what keep your windmills from tipping over and getting damaged in any way. Very easy to attach. 1.5 inch bolt through the anchor, through the windmill, attaching a nut on the back side. We do that on all 4 legs. Once you've decided where you want your windmill, dig 4 holes 12 to 15 inches deep, setting the anchors inside the hole. And it's a good idea to use a level on the bottom row of cross bars. The closer you can get your windmill to being level, the better it will perform. And the final step is filling the holes back up with dirt. This is what anchors your windmill in place. And in case you don't have one already and would like to add one to your landscaping, you can find these at Wingard Sales located in Shipshewana, Indiana. They have 4-foot decorative windmills all the way up to fully operational 30-foot windmills, meaning they can aerate your pond and look good doing it. They also have some very nice patented swinging mailboxes, and both the windmills and the mailboxes are made of 100% aluminum and stainless steel, designed to last a lifetime. Wingard Sales currently has windmills that have been installed and operating for 30 plus years, and they're still working perfectly fine. So they really do last a very long time. And if you would like to have any of these items delivered to your front door, you can order them online at wingardsales.com. I will put a link in the description to make that nice and easy for you. And with that, today's project has been completed. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to the end, give the thumbs up button a love tap. This lets me know that you are an audacious video completer, which puts you in a special group of people. So until next time, keep the vibes alive.